This Made Media Magazine. This video right here is the paperwork party on myself. You know what I'm saying? I read paperwork on other people, you know, when they come across my desk and do my blogging thing, man. You know, I'm gonna do it to myself too. You know, I ain't exempt from none of this, man. But this is paperwork party. This is one of the cases that, you know, I end up catching out here. You know, I didn't even know this whole time I had a bench warrant. You know, when they caught me, you know, and charged me, you know what I mean, with a Draco and the Glock, you know, that was actually registered to my wife's name, but because it was in my car, you know, and I'm a felon, I was supposed to be around guns, they charged me with it. Even though it was in the garage, you know, and all that, I could have fought, you know, I could fight the case and all that, but, you know, I'm just trying to get a good deal, man. So I'm out on bail on that case. On the other case, I pled guilty because they told me if I pled guilty, the case was dismissed. You know what I mean? I was guilty. You know, I did slap him. So, you know, yes, a so-called member from Las Vegas. You know, I think he a Crip. I don't know what he is, man. And, you know, whatever he is, you know, this to the members, the real members in Vegas, man, this dude need a DP or a put off, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Y'all want to be out here and y'all want to act like y'all want to gang bang like how California do and all that, man. Y'all got to follow through with the politics, man. When I was up in jail, that shit was crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's zero structure, ain't nothing, you know, it's all bad, man. It's all bad. But yeah, basically what happened was, it's like a week prior to the incident that went down, I had to have a talk with him. You know, he disrespected my daughter. You know, I caught wind of it. You know, went over there, told him to come outside, and you know, I said 2 words to this little chump. I said, "Respect my daughter." You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. Respect my daughter. Oh, yes, sir, and all that, right? Cool. You know, I thought that would be the end of it, you know what I mean? For me just saying respect my daughter, he going around telling everybody that I threatened him and all this other stuff. Like, I don't even, like it don't even make sense. Like, I'm going to threaten you and leave my daughter with you, you know what I'm saying? So, right from the gate, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this little nigga's a liar and he be making shit up, you know, and I don't know where they do that at, but probably a week after, you know, I had the little talk with him. I'm up in the casino at the movie theater, you know, enjoying the movie. Didn't even make it through halfway through the movie. As soon as the movie started getting good, I get a phone call, you know what I'm saying? Phone call from my daughter, once again, dude disrespecting, you know, all that, you know, and this is even before I found out from my daughter's friend that he actually pushed my daughter. You know, I ain't know none of this. Even after I did what I did, I ain't know till after. So, you know, just keep this note. If I knew from the beginning that he pushed my daughter, I probably would still be up in there because I would have probably broke his, you know what I mean, broke his jaw or did something like that, you know what I mean? But all in all, I get a call middle of the movie, shoot straight up over there, knock on the door, she let me in. He up there in the kitchen, like leaned on the table, you know, with a blunt lit. So, you know, I go walk over to him. I'm like, what'd I tell you about my daughter? What'd I tell you about my daughter? He look at me like, give me that look like, you know, like that I don't give a fuck look. And, you know, he blew smoke in my face. Soon as he did that, I slapped him. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I slapped him. Open hand slap. Slapped the shit out of him. I'm talking about I brought my hand back hella far and slapped the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Now, this dude is younger, but he is grown. You know what I mean? And even if he wasn't grown, I wouldn't care. You put your hands on my daughter, you know what I'm saying? It's up. So I slapped him. He held his face, did the whole diva shit, ran in the bathroom, locked the door. That was it on that. You know, when he went in there and locked the door, I'm like, you could tell your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousins, your gang, whoever, you know what I'm saying? You know where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the end of it, you know. But later on that night, you know, I'm getting, you know, from people, you know, I'm getting texts from people talking about, yeah, he on Facebook asking, you know, who got a hammer for sale and all that, you know what I'm saying? That's basically trying to get him a little blick, you know, whatever. So I'm like, I ain't tripping off that. I'm like, man, like, ain't nobody worried about that, man. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to take it there, we definitely could take it there, you know what I'm saying? So, but that ain't what he did though, you know. He put that post on there and you know, all these old empty threats and all this old other shit. Ain't nobody tripping off that, you know. Ain't nobody worried about that. But what this cat do the next day, 8:30 in the morning. Now let me mind you, this dude ain't got no job. He don't provide nothing. You know, he a bum little chump. He don't get no get back. He don't get on no gangster shit, you know, like that shit he be trying to throw up. He throw up BK, like, you know, you ain't did nothing to nobody. You ain't did nothing to nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, he get up 8:30 in the morning, call the police, talking to the detective, telling them I slapped him. So they put a bench warrant out on me for battery, you know what I'm saying? So that's the charge that I had a bench warrant for it, and that's the charge that I pled guilty to for them to dismiss it, you know, so we can get on with the serious charges that's over my head right now. But yeah, man, that's what happened. I'm about to read this paperwork, but please, everybody, hit that like button, hit that share and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trenches News. Make sure you get the hottest book out, How I Survived Chicago Drill, directly from Swiper on IG or Nene Marie 37. If you get it directly from them, you get an autographed copy. Or get on Amazon.com, but make sure you get the hottest book out right now, Trenches News, How I Survived Chicago Drill. Also tap in with them for promo. You need any promo on the biggest on the biggest blogger on YouTube, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers. You need some promo, make sure you tap in with either Swiper or Nene Marie 37 and get you some promo going. Shout out to the Mod Squad. I'm out. Like I said, man, paperwork party, man. We're reading the paperwork. It's the real paperwork, not no made up stuff. You see the case number and everything. Y'all can look it up yourself. Municipal Court, North Las Vegas, Nevada. George W. Ward, ESQ, Deputy City Attorney, on this April 28, 2025, in the city of North Las Vegas County of Clark, State of Nevada, makes the following declaration subject to penalty for perjury, and says that within his knowledge, information, and belief on 3/1/2025 or thereabout, and before the filing of this complaint, and within the city of North Las Vegas County of Clark, State of Nevada, at approximately 8:30 a.m., a misdemeanor was committed by such defendant who did willfully and unlawfully commit an act of force or violence upon the person of another, to wit, Zaire Malik Marchand, by forcibly slapping her in the face with an open hand, which occurred at or near, the address is redacted, all of which is contrary to the form, force, and effect of NRS 200.481.1, in such case made and provided against the North Las Vegas City Charter 2.150 and against the peace and dignity of people of the city of North Las Vegas. Said complaint makes this declaration subject to penalty according to law. Now, let me remind you, man, this is not no regular citizen, man. This is a self-proclaimed gang member, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can see him on social media throwing up BK and all that, man. You know, he ain't never did nothing, man. You know, he need to put off or he need a DP, you know what I'm saying? So all you people out here in North Las Vegas or Las Vegas, you know, if you know this cat, you know, a sucker by the name of Zaire, you know, or whatever y'all call him, man, that's what need to be done. I already notified all of the members, you know what I'm saying, I was locked up with, man. You know, I guess in North Las Vegas, it's only 3 hoods he could possibly be from, you know, representing the Crip card or whatever he think he represent, man. But like I said, this dude, man, he's a wannabe, ain't no real member, man. Sat there and, you know, instead of getting some get back or whatever, man, he slept on it, you know, slept on his sore face, Woke up 8:30 in the morning, then brushed his teeth, washed his face, or nothing, man. He got up on the phone, called the detectives, man, and told them that I slapped him with an open hand. Even on the paperwork, it says slapped her. You know, even the paperwork know that he a female. You know, everybody, you know, I don't care about, you know, no clout or anything like this, man. This is basically, you know, for the youth and for people like him, man. Like, stop trying to act tough and act gangster, man. When it's time to get gangster, you want to call the police. You know what I'm saying? Your whole gangster card is revoked. You know, you use a regular citizen, man. You know, I was about to just fight it and just make you come and repeat what you told them people in front of me. You know what I'm saying? But because they told me that if I plead guilty, you know, they'll dismiss the case. You know what I'm saying? I just pled guilty because I got a bigger case, man. I'm fighting right now. I'm out on bail, $25,000 bail. Shout out to Trenches News, man. Shout out to Trenches News, man, and everybody that, you know, tapped in with me, you know, helped me bail out. But yeah, this is the paperwork right here. Ain't no cut on it, man. You know, it is what it is. And like I said, man, if you a father, you know, and you got daughters, you know, it don't matter if they young, old, or whatever, man. A father gonna always do what he got to do to protect his daughters, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, I never get a call like this again, because like I said, I'll be right back up in there with a smile on my face, and it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing over my kids, over my daughter, you know, it's up. So like I said, man, drop your flag. You know, you a custer, you a buster, all that, man. Stop throwing up BK, man, because you ain't about that life, man. Your gangster card rejected over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And by the way, Nevada as a state is a hearsay state, man. I just learned that when I was in there, because there's a lot of people up in there locked up over hearsay. You know, no evidence, nothing. You know, all you gotta do is call and make a complaint. And, you know, they coming to pick you up. So, hey, that's what happened. It's the paperwork right here. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Please hit that like, hit that share, subscribe. Shout out to Trenches News. Don't forget to get the hottest book out right now, How I Survived Chicago Drill, directly from Swiper on IG or Nene Marie 37. If you get it directly from them, you get an autographed copy. Or get on Amazon.com or AmazonBooks.com and get the hottest book out right now, Trenches News, How I Survived Chicago Drill. Shout out to the Mod Squad. I'm out.
If you want to support me, make sure you go ahead, Nene Marie 37 in her inbox if you want a signed copy of my book, man.